I'm Sam.
And I'm Meddi.
Welcome to the Community On Demand Virtual AI Money Guide podcast.
In this episode, we are continuing our deep dive on measuring and building your skill set.
Welcome back. Before we went on our little adventure with those skill cards, I was explaining how they can be used to map out the skills you'll need for a project.
Right, like that scenario where your boss needs you to find new computers for the team.
Exactly. And remember those achievement domain checklists we mentioned earlier? This is where they really come in handy.
So we're moving from that visual mapping stage to something more concrete.
That's it. These checklists help turn that visual plan into actionable steps.
I'm ready to get things done. Tell me how these checklists work.
Well, each checklist corresponds to one of the 6 achievement domains. So let's say you're focusing on ready-to-work skills for your computer project. You'd use the ready-to-work checklist.
Makes sense. So it's like having a specialized checklist for each category of skills.
Right, and each checklist breaks down the skills within that domain into those specific service goals we saw on the skill cards.
So it's like a super detailed to-do list for maximizing the value of each skill.
You got it. And here's where things get really interesting. The checklist encourages you to think about how you're using each skill by categorizing them in 4 different ways.
Okay, color me intrigued. What are these 4 categories?
First, we have skills you have and use. These are your go-to strengths, the skills you're confidently applying to the project.
Like if I'm good at research and I use that skill to compare different computer models, that would fall under skills you have and use.
That's a great example. Then there are the skills you have but didn't use for this particular project. These are skills you possess but didn't need for this specific task.
So maybe I'm good at public speaking, but that skill wasn't necessary for the computer research and presentation.
Right. It's important to recognize those unused skills because they might be valuable for other projects down the line.
It's like having a whole arsenal of skills ready to be deployed when the time is right. What are the other 2 categories?
The third category is skills you don't have but need to successfully complete the project.
Okay, so these are the skills gaps, the areas where I need to learn or improve to achieve my goal.
Exactly. Maybe you need to brush up on your presentation skills or learn more about specific software programs to really nail that computer presentation.
This is making me think about all the skills I could be developing. What's the final category?
The last one is skills you don't have and don't need for this specific project. These are skills that aren't relevant to the task at hand, but could be important in other contexts.
So skills that are outside the scope of this project, but might be useful for future endeavors. It's like having a mental note of skills to explore later on.
Precisely. By understanding where your skills fall into these 4 categories, you get a much clearer picture of your strengths, your areas for growth, and the potential value you bring to any situation.
Wow, that's a much more thorough way to look at my skills than just making a list. It's like taking inventory of my strengths and weaknesses and figuring out where I can level up.
And once you identify those strengths and areas for growth using the checklist, we can start talking about how those skills translate into real-world value. That's where the skills self-assessment worksheet comes in.
Hold on, real-world value. Can you really put a value on skills?
It might sound strange, but yes. This worksheet helps you calculate the social value of your skill set.
Okay, now you have to explain this social value thing. How do you even measure something like that?
They define social value as the positive impact your skills have on society. It's not just about personal gain or what you can earn. It's about the contributions you make to the world around you.
So I've used my writing skills to create a brochure for a local charity that would have social value.
Exactly. The worksheet actually breaks down social value into 2 types: potential value and contribution value.
Okay, I'm following so far. What's the difference between potential value and contribution value?
Think of potential value as the benefit society could gain if you were to fully develop and use a particular skill. It's like the untapped potential waiting to be unleashed.
So my potential value for public speaking would be high, even though I haven't used that skill in the computer project.
Exactly. Now, contribution value measures the actual value you've already contributed by using your skills to complete those service goals and projects that benefit society. It's a measure of the positive impact you've already made.
So my contribution value for research would be high because I use that skill to help my team find the best computers.
You're getting it. The worksheet even walks you through the process of calculating these values using the example of that computer purchase project we discussed earlier.
Having a real-world example is so helpful. So I'm guessing the worksheet shows you how to calculate the social value of each skill you used in that project.
It does. And it also provides a breakdown of those values based on the 4 skill use categories. We talked about the skills you haven't used, skills you have but didn't use, and so on.
So I can see how the skills I'm actively using are contributing to my overall social impact. Pretty cool.
Right. And it also highlights the potential value of those skills you haven't used yet, encouraging you to think about how you can develop and apply those skills in the future to make an even bigger impact.
This is blowing my mind a little. It's like you're quantifying the good you're doing in the world while also identifying areas where you could level up and do even more.
And to help you keep track of all these amazing accomplishments, they introduced something called the TRU Capabilities Report.
TRU, what's that all about?
It stands for the real you, which is pretty fitting, right?
Yeah, I love that. So is this TRU Capabilities Report like a superpowered resume?
You could say that. It's a comprehensive document that showcases your skills, achievements, and contributions to society. You can use it to demonstrate your value and impact to potential employers, investors, or even community stakeholders.
This is like taking all that awesome stuff we've been talking about and putting it into a tangible, presentable format. What exactly goes into this report?
They recommend a specific format, starting with an introduction that outlines your project and what you bring to the table, your value proposition.
So it's like setting the stage and saying, hey, world, this is what I'm capable of.
Exactly. Then you dive into those social values we discussed, highlighting both your potential value and your contribution value.
So you're showing them the impact you've already made and the potential you have to do even more.
Right. Next, you outline your capabilities, summarizing your project timeline and how you used your skills to achieve those goals. Think of this as your chance to shine and showcase your expertise.
Then it's time for the proof of work section.
Right.
This is where you back up those claims with evidence.
Exactly. This could include links to digital records, testimonials from people you've worked with, or even examples of finished products that demonstrate your skills in action. It's not just telling them what you can do, it's showing them.
So it's like saying, don't just take my word for it. Look at what I've accomplished. What comes after that?
Next up is the contributions tracker, which provides a financial summary of your potential and contribution values since you started working with this system. It's a way to track your growth and impact over time.
It's like a progress report showing how much I've leveled up since embarking on this skill-building journey.
That's a great way to put it. And finally, you wrap up with a conclusion that summarizes your key takeaways and emphasizes the importance of continuous skill development.
So it's not a one-and-done deal. It's about constantly learning, growing, and pushing yourself to be even better.
Precisely. This TRU Capabilities Report is a powerful tool to showcase your skills and your commitment to making a difference. And remember, all of this is built upon the foundation of those STEAM Education e-gift cards we talked about earlier.
Right. Those e-gift cards are still a bit as a mystery to me. It's time to unpack that piece of the puzzle and see how those rewards fit into this whole ecosystem of skill building and social impact.
I'm happy to break it down for you. It's actually a really clever system that incentivizes learning and making a difference in the world.
I am all ears. Let's dive into this ready-to-earn domain and explore how those e-gift cards turn our hard work into tangible rewards. All right, let's talk about these STEAM Education e-gift cards. We've explored the skill cards, those achievement domains, and even how to calculate the social value of our skills. Now, how do these e-gift cards fit into the picture?
Think of these e-gift cards as a way to acknowledge the real-world value your skills bring to the table.
So they're not just a pat on the back. There's actual monetary value attached to them.
You got it. They operate on a cash allocation system that uses something called skill coin rewards, which act as a kind of currency within the system.
Skill coin rewards.
Yeah.
It sounds like I'm earning points in a video game.
In a way.
Yeah.
It is a bit like that. It makes the process of skill building and social impact more engaging and rewarding.
Okay, I'm definitely on board with that. So how do you earn these skill coin rewards? Do you get bonus points for completing those service goals we talked about?
You're exactly right. Taking action to increase the value of your skills actually earns you those skill coin rewards. And here's the really cool part. These rewards are sponsored by community stakeholders who are invested in your development.
So businesses and organizations are putting their money where their mouth is. supporting young people who are actively building their skills and contributing to their communities.
That's the idea. And each skill card has a corresponding e-gift card profile page that outlines the service goals and the skill coin reward allocations for that specific skill.
It's like a menu of opportunities to earn rewards by developing valuable skills. I love the transparency of it all. So what can you actually do with these skill coin rewards?
Now, this is where it gets really interesting. These skill coin rewards can be used to purchase things within something called the Community on-Demand Creative Economy.
Hold on. There's a whole economy built around this. What does that even mean?
They haven't gone into too much detail in this module, but it seems like there's a whole system in place for managing operating budgets, creating investment strategies, launching crowdfunding campaigns, and even developing marketing and branding initiatives, all fueled by those skill coin rewards.
My mind is officially blown. It's like a whole ecosystem designed to empower young people to develop their skills, contribute to their community, and even manage their finances responsibly.
And it all ties back to those achievement domains we talked about earlier. Remember how we said each domain has a different social value? Well, the higher the social value of the domain, the greater the potential skill coin reward.
So if I focus on skills in the ready-to-impact domain, like addressing those big societal challenges, I have the potential to earn more skill coin rewards. It's like they're saying, hey, if you're going to level up your skills, why not use them to make the world a better place?
Yeah.
And hey, you'll be rewarded for it too.
That's a fantastic way to put it. It's a win-win situation. You're making a positive impact and setting yourself up for greater earning potential at the same time.
This is incredible. It's like they've gamified personal growth and social responsibility, making it fun and rewarding to develop valuable skills. And by managing those skill coin rewards, you're also developing essential financial literacy skills.
Exactly. You're learning how to budget, save, and make informed financial decisions. They even mention that you can deposit earned skill coin rewards into connected operating and savings accounts.
It's like they're giving you the tools and resources you need to succeed in life.
Yeah.
Not just in a specific job or career. They're building those financial literacy muscles right alongside those other skills.
And the best part is, this is just the beginning. It's a continuous process of learning, growing, and evolving. You're constantly discovering new skills, increasing your value, and expanding your impact on the world.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling incredibly inspired. This entire system with skill cards, achievement domains, service goals, and those skill coin rewards.
Yeah.
It's like we've been given a secret decoder ring for understanding the real impact of our skills and a roadmap for maximizing that impact.
You said it. The key is to be intentional about your growth. Keep exploring, keep pushing your boundaries, and don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone.
That's such a powerful message. This isn't a one-time thing. It's about lifelong learning and growth. We've only just scratched the surface of this Module 3, measuring and building your skill set. But I feel like we've uncovered a treasure trove of insights.
And who knows what other treasures are waiting to be discovered. The possibilities are truly endless.
Well, that wraps up our deep dive into the world of skills and their impact. We've learned a lot today, but now we want to hear from you. What stood out to you the most? What skill are you going to focus on first? Let us know. We're always here to help you dive deeper and unlock your full potential. Until next time, keep those skills sharp, and remember, the world needs your unique talents.